and we are live now. So, hello everyone. Thank you for joining us today for the Teardown event, the Tech Day of Mudrex case study. I hope you all had a great time with this Teardown. We received a very good response that we haven't gotten for any Teardown so far. So, pretty exciting stuff, and really appreciate all of you who presented your deck, submitted it, and engaged in the whole activity. So we'll get started with this. If you're like seeing us for the very first time, I'll take some time to introduce Product Folks. So the Product Folks is a volunteer-driven community of product managers and enthusiasts who are passionate about making an impact and help everybody grow. There are a lot of initiatives that run under Product Folks, like Insurger, that is a learning program, Product Teardown, where you get case studies and you work on them, and so on and so forth. You can head over to the productfolks.com and like definitely find something for yourself. No matter if you are like directly related to product management as your work or not, there you will like definitely find something or the other for yourself. Talking about this particular specific initiative, product teardown is an initiative by product folks that enable product managers and aspirants with a platform to showcase their product learnings. Here you like present your observation in form of case studies and learn with fellow product people, team up with them. And yeah, today is like the deck day after a month where like people would present the case studies they gotten for this month. The company for this month was Mudrex. I have with me Pankaj and Shiksha from the Mudrex team. So I'll first like introduce Mudrex from my end and will give the stage to both of them to share about it more. So Mudrex simplifies investing in crypto by helping invest in top crypto trading algorithms and custom crypto baskets designed by professional traders and investors. This is mainly revolve around creating a long-term wealth for you, making long-term wealth creation opportunity for everyone, and to simplify the whole process for you. So, Pankaj, if you want to add more on it, you can add. Very
Sure.
well.
Great. Thanks a lot, Mega. Hey guys, thanks for the participation. I think the intake was overwhelming. Thank you so much for participating well. Basically, we at Mudrex are trying to move the world towards financial independent, more a better financially independent situation, and that's our vision at Mudrex. The products that we offer today are sort of focused towards long-term investing and helping people invest in crypto generally. There are two products live at Mudrex that you can check out later after installing the app. We have a crypto of mutual fund, sort of mutual funds of crypto product where the idea is to help you invest in a basket of tokens instead of selecting a tokens yourself, where you can simply sort of do something like an SIP and sort of keep investing for the long term to sort of grow your wealth. That product is slightly high risk, so we generally recommend investing between 1 to 2% of your net worth, typically for long term gains. The other product we have live is like a fixed income product where you can simply just park your money for either hedging against inflation or for short-term expenses that you might incur. We give 10% fixed return on top of US dollar backed stable coins. So one hedging is against INR, another hedging is against the inflation that USD might incur in future. That's a great product for an international audience, and so far we've seen some overwhelming response from our communities and sort of the customers that we have today. Would love to share more. Please feel free to share any questions you might have in the chat here, or generally, please participate in the session as much as you could. Would look forward.
Amazing. Siksha, if you want to add something more, just to introduce her, Siksha is from the product team of Mudrex. So, yeah.
I think Pankaj covered most about it. I work with Pankaj, and we are trying to build a lot more investment products so that people become financially free.
So today we will have the deck presentations from the top five shortlisted decks that were presented by the participants. I'll simply introduce the participant who would be presenting the decks today. So in one team we have Balaji Rao and Pranay. In another team we have Sunchitra and Rantesh. One team consists of Saurav and Gaurav, and then we have Priya and Shivam and Amy and Shreya. So we'll simply like spin the wheel and just check like who would go first, or like in which order they would go. So yeah, let's like spin the wheel and figure out. Awesome. So we'll have Balaji and Pranay on the stage so that they can like start presenting there. So meanwhile, we are adding the participants. Somebody is requesting in the chat that to specify the rules once again. So I'll just quickly brief again. All in this month, we have Mudrex as our partner, and people were given a case study to work on. Now, in the whole process, we got a number of decks, and out of which we shortlisted five top decks that would be presenting today. So each team would get 5 plus 2 minutes, 5 minutes to present the deck and 2 minutes for the follow-up questions. And in the end, we'll see like which people are have presented the best. So that's pretty much it. I'm glad Balaji and Pranay have joined. And yeah, folks, hello. Can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can now. So the stage is yours. I'll just like mute myself and you can like share your screen and start presenting.
Sure, sure.
Hey guys, great to have you.
Yo. Can you hear us now? Yeah. I had some issues with sharing the screen. I'll
Try
just.
one and like just
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think you should be able to
yeah,
see it now.
yeah, we can see it now.
Just. Are you able to see the deck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey folks, this is Balaji Rao. I'm an ex-product intern at IND Money, and I'm a student at Triple IT Gwalior.
Hey folks, my name is Gautam and I'm currently pursuing my IPG MTech in Triple ITM Gwalior. So we are here to present our deck for the Mudrex product teardown.
So, as we all know, Mudrex is a long-term crypto investment platform, which is trying to basically create an education in terms of like making crypto as an asset, where investors consider as it as an alternate investment class and start investing in it. So the problem statement is mainly around like after acquiring these actually the users, how will we actually convert them in terms of their mindset in terms of investing for the long term. So the target audience are mainly the people who are looking for safer mode of crypto investments in their portfolio. So we have a process which we'll be going through as we solve this whole deck, which we'll be presenting. We did a little bit of desk research in terms of what Mudrex is, where is it right now, what kind of market is it in, and what are the milestones that it has achieved. As we all know, crypto has already been so big, and the market is really really huge. And Actually, there are two products by Mudrex. One is the coin sets, which are a basket of tokens, and the second one is actually a fixed income product where you can invest and you can get 12% or something like that. And already Mudrex has over 100k users from 100 countries, and it's already established its position in the market. And we have also done a bit of competitor analysis. We have found two very similar apps, and we have a actually a crypto derivative index platform actually known as Index Scoop, and there is one social investing platform as well. And apart from that, we also have some ETFs which are not presently in India, but they are present in the global market where you can invest in these crypto ETFs. And there is another competitor, Vault, which is in news very recently, but they also in the product perspective, they also have a basket where you can actually customize your basket by adding your 5 tokens, and then also setting the allocation that you want. But it's not actually like you get recommended baskets and things like that. It's actually do it yourself product, and we have already added all the benchmarks, actually basis on which we have done the analysis, which you can check it out on the screen. And then we have the user persona. We have a very conservative sort of an investor who is actually 45 years old. He's married and he has 3 kids. The main goal for this user or the investor is like he has his retirement corpus, and he wants to invest a very small fraction of that corpus to grow it, and also actually get the taste of actually returns from the new asset class in the market. He's very conservative, and he always looks at a lot of news about crypto, and just is in the euphoria of investing in these asset class. And we have these pain points. We'll be going deeper into the pain points as we discuss the problem mapping, which will be using the same pain points to demystify the problem. So we have the main problem is like investor churn on Mudrex. It could be basically on it could be because of the crypto space, or it could be also due to users not wanting to invest through the platform. For if it is about the crypto space, the main variables would be about like crypto taxation, or someone has invested in some crypto and it has actually they've gone into a pump and dump sort of a situation. Or it could also be like multiple other reasons. uh, uh, when looking at not investing through Mudrex, it could be like it's a platform, like you have a lot of platforms in the market. There's no differentiator as of now. And also they are like looking for more established platforms, or they are looking for actually suggestions from their friends what kind of platforms they are using, and wanting to use such platforms. And also there are some problems where on opening the coin sets page, all of the coins are in red in the last 1 year and things like that. So we'll be uh, actually, based on all these problems, we have categorized the solution into two parts: introducing the familiarity as well as increasing the user engagement, which will be looking in the solutions. So these are the solutions. We'll be for the interest of time, I'll be just skipping it because we'll be seeing it in the coming slides as well. And the first sort of a solution is crypto basket newsfeed. In every crypto basket, we have a lot of tokens and their allocation or the holdings for them. So the main actually thing here is like I would like to know more about the latest advancements in these tokens, which are actually in a particular basket. So this solution will help that to for the investors to get educated about the actually those tokens. Uh, Also, this will increase the time spent on the coin set page, and also it will increase the visits to investor ratio in terms of metrics. So the second one is a daily market report. As crypto is a new asset class, at least for the 90% of the people, being able to look at the performance of each of the basket, and also the daily news and things like that will actually help create user sessions on the platform through actually push notifications. And then we have SIPs. Already a lot of people use SIPs for mutual funds and things like that. This will actually focus on the long term sort of a strategy for the platform, like also increase the recurring investments on the platform. We can measure it as a percentage of uh, the total investments, how many of them are recurring, and we can use it as a success metric. From here, Pranay will take
Sorry
over
to
and
cut you
we'll
off,
discuss the.
Balaji. The time is majorly up. So if there is any like very last wrap up point if you want to take up, and then we'll like move to Q&A.
Got it. Got it. So I'll just share one line on each of the solutions. That would be done in a minute or so. Uh,
Yeah.
no, we don't have time.
Okay, fine.
So one solution is basically on simplifying the basket names, as you can see here, which would introduce familiarity. NFT could be called as digital art. Is on advisory. This is pretty standard, so just skip this part. And we could also invite these influencers who are on YouTube and ask them to create or actually their own custom baskets, and they can actually share it with their audience. This is a very similar strategy used by small case. This will reduce the CAC and also improve the actually the quality of investors on the platform. We have very plain streaks which are very simple, incentivizing the users to keep coming back. And then we have public portfolios to increase engagement between the users. And then as we see in the return section, we have all red for actually the 1 year return. The default returns time period can be changed to make it more lucrative, or at least not shy away the investors who want to invest. And then we have done some basic prioritization using decision matrix, and we can see the first one is simplifying the crypto basket names, and then we have uh, the returns indicator default time period, and then we have the daily market report, and you can see the other ones here. And yeah, thank you.
Okay. So we'll move to the Q&A. Pankaj and Shiksha, if you have any questions for them.
Guys, generally, one thing I observed is that although your suggestions sound like very fair from like a product sense perspective, but their connection to user problems slash needs is not super clear. So if you can walk through the actual, so can you go to the slides where you're explaining the solutions? The problem statements over there that you've mentioned, yeah, a lot of these sound like what you think the problems might be. Yeah, I mean, if the connection to actual user problems is there, things will be, I think, slightly more clear. And in fact, I'll also probably help you prioritize better. That's one feedback I have. Shiksha, anything you want to add?
I think one feedback from my end would be the solutions where I mean the ideas and the solutions were good, but then a solution like having SIP seemed redundant because it's already there on the platform, and the idea was to suggest new ideas. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you guys want to talk about the connection of solutions to actual user problems in your from your research or in your perception, what that might be? Maybe you can spend a minute talking through for like some of the most important solutions that you're proposing.
Uh, so basically, for the advisory thing, it was mainly on the crypto taxation. There might be some users who want to invest but are still confused. They might have a significant actually quantum of investment, but due to this confusion, they might actually shy away. And for this pump and dump, uh, uh, I think it's not connected to any of these solutions. Uh, and So for the engagement part of it, the actually we have those influencers coming on the platform creating their custom baskets. We it actually this strategy has worked really well for small case in terms of stocks.
Right.
So it would reduce the CAC and things like that, which would also Actually, I've seen a lot of these YouTubers actually rebalancing, and also we have actually read some reviews in terms of like these are not getting rebalanced and things like that. And
Right.
if it is the if the investors are actually coming through the influencers might do these monthly sessions or things like that, which would significantly increase the user trust as well as the retention of these investors investing in these baskets. So
Makes sense.
these were a couple of them. Yeah.
Makes sense. I think it'll be also, now that you talk about taxation, etc., it might also be great to add your assumptions in the beginning. Um, if you assume that, I mean, it sounds like you assume that a lot of users are, I mean, we are targeting users in India. Maybe stating that might also help, also sort of the reader or the viewer connect with what you're thinking about. So I think
Right.
that's also one thing which is which would have been nice.
Sure.
Folks, sorry to like, cut off the Q&A session. We have to like move forward to the next participants. So,
Sure.
Balaji, you can like stop presenting your screen.
Sure. Sure. Okay.
Awesome. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for
Thank
your presentation.
Yeah, thank you.
you.
We'll spin the wheel again and find out who will present next. Saurav and Gaurav Mehta, if you can join the stage, just raise your hand. We'll add you to the stage. Awesome. Folks, if you can like switch on your video and be a little concerned about the time, just like make it like strictly 5 plus 2 and we would be good to go. So,
1 second, let me switch on my camera as well. Are you able to hear me and see me well?
yeah, we can.
All right. Cool. I'll just start sharing my screen and then give a brief intro. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah, we are.
Yes, can see.
Okay. All right. So a brief introduction about me. My name is Saurav. I'm a senior BI analyst at a company called UserReady, and I'm currently in Bangalore. I think that's all about me. Gaurav, do you want to go introduce yourself? Gaurav.
Will you able to hear me? Oh,
Hello.
hello, you are able to hear me now?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, can hear you now. Gaurav.
Yeah, sure. So, I'm a software engineer turned product analyst. So currently I'm working at Zeta, and yeah, currently working from hometown.
All right. So let's begin with the presentation. So this is why we are here. Okay, let's go through the problem statement first. So first, before that, let's understand what Mudrex is. It is basically trying to ease the investment of crypto by giving us products like coin sets, where we don't have to, try to break our heads understanding the whole environment, and just we can quickly, invest in coin sets. All right. So the main problems that they are facing here is that users are not returning back after a few sessions, and they are not, investing in long-term, assets. They're just investing maybe once or twice, and then they are not returning back. Right. So the goal that we have here is to improve the user retention, and then also eventually get them to invest. All right. Coming to the diagnosis, here in user persona, we've taken three cases, but these are not individuals. They are actually representing a bracket of people. So starting with the youngest one here, Janvi 24. This basically, she's representing 18 to 24, 25, that age, where students and people who have just graduated have started just earning some money through internships, through their first jobs, right? So their behavior of investment is that they want to learn about crypto and develop an healthy financial habit, but they have lesser money each month to invest, right? So the pain point here for them is that they don't have knowledge about crypto, and they're very overwhelmed because there's a lot of information out there. Okay. Second here is Mira, who's the mid-aged person who is between 30 to 40. Now these people just started getting family responsibility, right? So and they have also a decent amount of money to invest. They want to diversify their portfolio, but they don't have the time to research since they are getting a lot of responsibility at this age. All right. The third category, which is 40 and above, is where these people have the most responsibility of a family. They could have loans to pay off, they could have their kids' education, their parents are getting older, and so on. So the main objective here for them is to get stable returns with lesser risk, right? So their main pattern of investing is generally stocks, mutual funds, FDs, and so on. So these people are not too tech savvy. And personally, I also asked my dad to download this app, and he falls under the third category, and he also reviewed it. So I'll be sharing through his experience as well. So let's understand the product exploration here. So it mainly happens in four steps. Step one is where user installs and explores the different coin sets. Then the user completes KYC. User deposits the money and starts investing, and then user tracks the investments and invests more or creates SIP. So we also identified certain problems at each step that might happen that a user might face. So at step one, it is that we don't know what crypto is before we start off, right? So why do we download it? What do we do there once we download it? So that can be an issue here. And the second step where KYC happens, nowadays we see that a lot of apps have started asking us sensitive information like PAN card, Aadhaar card, and other details like that. So people are getting quite skeptical about it because they're afraid of data privacy breach, right? The third step where we find some difficulty here is to transfer the money. Currently, it's happening only through bank account, and which can be a tedious task. So maybe that might also be a problem for certain users. And even after this, let's say they come to step four where they have invested some amount, there is no exactly a dedicated investment portfolio like to show insights on how your investments are progressing. All right. So to summarize the problems here, we have summarized the pain points into three categories here. So first one being skeptical about giving sensitive data, which falls under the first one here. Second and third are similar, where people are not understanding what cryptocurrencies are, and they don't know how to assess whether this is a good type of investment or not. And this is where my dad's example would fall in. He had no clue how to invest in cryptos and what it does. All right. Before we go into the strategy, we did some analysis and compared Mudrex with all the other leading cryptocurrency apps in the market, right? So you see the inception dates that we found on Google, right? And we have certain parameters on which we are comparing them. First being the coin sets and SIP. If you see, most of differentiator here is Mudrex, which has coin sets. SIP is there in almost all the apps. Okay, and then the next parameter here is the learning source. So we saw that Mudrex has no in-app learning as of now. Even the recommended blog takes you to the browser. But the other apps here, some of them have, some of them don't. But most of them have a very strong YouTube presence, which is, if you see the YouTube subscribers, the Mudrex is significantly lower than all the other competitors here, which says a lot because nowadays, YouTube has a very an effective way of conveying information. Right. The third category here is the App Store rating. We see that again here, Mudrex lags behind all the competitors with significantly lower ratings on the App Stores, both iOS and Google Play Store. All right. Moving to the strategy here. So our basic plan here is to provide crypto education in app to users so that they build trust with the app, that you're not just trying to get them to invest, but also educating them about the whole crypto market, right? Providing sufficient nudges to inform importance of each step of KYC, why we're exactly asking certain information, and easy deposit and withdrawal of funds to build trust. So we saw that certain reviews in the app store said that the withdrawal is not happening. So that can have a very big impact on the trust, because if people are not able to get their money back, then they will not trust the app, right? So that's where we have come up with these initiatives. So as I said in the previous slide, we have crypto education, easy KYC, and easy fund. And the results of this will be that users will make the first one, crypto education. Users will be well informed, and they'll be able to better judge which coin set to invest in. Easy KYC will help them build trust so that they know that their data is safe in your hands. Easy fund is basically just allowing them to have better control over their money while depositing and withdrawing. All right. Coming to the first first solution that we propose here. Currently what we have in the app are
It's 6 minutes like are up, which is like way
is it
beyond time. Yeah, time not provided. Um,
Okay, so I'll quickly tell the solutions here, if that's okay.
uh, like we would have we would need to like give time to all other participants if we like kept giving extra time like that. So
Okay, but can I just give a one-liner for everything?
yeah.
Okay, thank you. So crypto education, if you see the navigation bar at the bottom, I've added a learn tab where you have two options: blogs and videos. All this content is already available on the website and the YouTube channel, but it's just not surfaced in the app. So just by basically redirecting it in the app, users will be able to retain, stay in the app, and also learn about crypto and then make informed decisions. The next solution that we have is easy KYC, where basically what happens is when you're giving KYC, when you're doing the KYC and giving asking for details, at each step, if you're informing why exactly you're doing this, what is the how and how the data is going to be used, users will be able to build trust. All right. And the third one here is easy funds, where we've seen this is a very common payment interface that we've seen in different apps, where they can use UPI, Google Pay, net banking, or cards, saved cards to easily transfer and deposit amount into the app. So I think that's all we have for solution, and we are seeing what are the benefits for the users and what is the benefit for Mudrex when applying the three solutions that we have proposed. If we have some time, I can go through this, but if not, you can quickly maybe in the Q&A I can answer the questions.
Jump to the Q&A section now.
All right, all right.
Great, sure. Thanks, Saurabh, for sharing this. I think I loved the beginning, initial parts of sort of your explanation of personas and sort of moving towards the competitive landscape understanding. But from there on, I think a few questions that I had were about sort of the viability of some of these solutions. For example, funding. And kind of and again similar sort of feedback as last time you was in a certain operations in a certain geography which should be kind of mentioned initially, but I mean um, a lot of funding methods and you've seen that across must have seen that across other crypto platforms as well, are very dependent on how the regulators allow you to collect money from users. So the last point is simply not going to be like too viable because uh, as a crypto business, you will not be able to kind of acquire merchant licenses on a lot of payment collection platforms, and a lot of payment gateways will not do business with you. But I think the other 2 points are fairly valid. I would have loved to also understand slightly more on the top of the funnel journey, where before coming to the app, what do you think a user should see, do, compared to what they are doing? I mean, you talked about App Store ratings, Play Store ratings early on, but there's sort of no mention of that in the later part of the presentation. You're only talking about what happens inside the app. So I think I would have loved to kind of also see those pieces, because I mean those things also kind of affect the user sentiment when they sort of enter the platform. Not just sentiment, but their kind of
Yes.
I would say intent when they're kind of installing.
Sure, I actually do have a follow up for that. So the thing is, as the statement says that people need to be retention rate. So that means the people who are already acquired, right? That means they've already downloaded and created the app. But if you're asking me specifically for a completely new person who has never downloaded this app, if he or she is trying to download this, they will first see the ratings. And what I have personally observed is a lot of these withdrawal issues have been commented as 1 star
Yeah,
rating on the app store. And my suggestion here would be to at least from the admin team or the IT team reply to each
makes sense.
each comment saying that we are looking into this, because that builds trust a lot. Saying that at least okay, there is issue, but they're at least looking into it. Right. So I see that none of the comments have been replied. Maybe that if happens will definitely help in developing trust towards this brand.
Got it. I think that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, very fair. Yeah. Shiksha, do you have any more comments or questions?
Not really. I think I have kind of a similar feedback that I would have loved more viable, options or product ideas as solutions. Other than that, I think I really love the starting part of it where you were solving the problem statements. But I would have loved to see some impact sizing about the problems and the solutions that you had shared.
Yeah, I only
Sure.
like a very well
I'm
structured
lost.
and
Okay.
polished
We're
sort of.
short on time. Otherwise, maybe we would have tried to answer them.
No, no, I think very well polished, very well structured kind of thought flow throughout. Uh, I think
Thank you.
I'm happy
Thank
with
you for presenting. Really enjoyed
Thank
it.
you.
Only wishing
Thank you,
that
Yeah,
we
Pankaj.
sure.
could have gone
Thank
over
you,
it,
Shubham.
but
I'll
uh,
stop sharing. Sorry. Yeah, 1 second.
yeah, it's done.
Okay, okay, it's done, right? Okay. All right. Thank you.
Moving on, we'll move to our next team. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, presenting the spinner again. We have Priya, Toshiwal, and Shivam joining us next. So, Priya and Shivam, if you can raise your hand, we can add you to the stage.
Hello,
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello.
can you see me?
Can't see your video, Priya. Uh, can,
Uh, can you hear me clearly?
yeah, we can hear you clearly.
Is it
Just
okay if I go ahead without the video? I'm not sure what the issue is.
all right, if you have,
Because my camera's on, I'm not sure what the issue is. Okay, let me share my
Okay.
screen.
okay, no
Okay,
worries.
yeah, let me introduce myself first. So I'm Shubham Gupta. Currently, I'm working as a consultant at Deloitte, USI, Kolkata. And we have done this presentation on Mudrex Teardown. So I guess Priya would, I will ask Priya to present the screen and she would go ahead with the presentation because we are short on time. So I will request Priya to present the deck. Yeah.
Okay,
First, before you start, I will just want to inform that we'll put a hard stop at 5 minutes. So just keep a track of time while you present. Anything that you can think that can be skipped and not that informative, just like skip it over and
okay. So I'll start. So my name is Priya. I think I'll be short on introduction. Let's move on to understand more about Mudrex. So basically, okay. So me and Shivam we teamed up for this teardown, and then we started with a few assumptions because a lot of these assumptions designed basically affected the strategy and opportunities we discovered. I'll move on to the next slide. I'll basically explain more on slides that are more important. This is just the flow of the presentation, how we approach the problem. So starting with understanding Mudrex, the long-term vision, what does their ICP look like, who are the target customers they're looking at. These help us devise the strategy that I'll present later. So all of these were important for us. So I'll move on to the next one, which is basically rephrasing the problem. So the problem statement given to us was a business problem, and then we try to reframe it, looking at how can instead of what the business wants to what value can we deliver to the customer to achieve that business objective. So two problems here, which is how can we encourage more of acquired users to start their investment journey with concepts, and second would be then how do we ensure that these users choose us over other competitors in the long term. So that way we're talking about retention. So we use this approach of double diamond approach where we went into problem discovery. These are the several approaches we took to understand the problem and the user persona. Basically, we did user research. I messaged a lot of people from Discord channel. These were users. I did user interviews with them, market research, industry research, competitor interviews. I found another competitor in the Discord channel. I actually went ahead to interview him as well. And then I also reviewed the data points that were provided by Gautam. Then we saw some user reviews on product, and a lot of this actually helped us to cover our customer and problem discovery. So these were the personas. After talking to several people, these were the three top personas we identified. One was a novice user, probably a college student who doesn't have a lot of money, who's not really high on education in terms of crypto or investments overall. The second persona was an intermediate with somebody who's been investing in the for a long time. So Pankaj had mentioned on the Slack channel that 90% of the users are new users, and out of these, 20% are actually users who have otherwise been investing. So this would probably fall in that user would fall in this category. And third is an expert user who mostly uses it for devising their trading strategies, not really suitable for the coin set product. All of this we found out through the user interviews. We moved on to find another, we decided that we want to go with this particular persona because of several reasons. If you go for the novice one, you would have to, include in your strategy education, educating these users. And I'm not sure if that would be aligned with the mission and long-term vision of Mudrex. And unlike the experts who are not really keen on concepts, so therefore this persona looks good to us. I'll move on to the next slide. Which is basically we discovered a lot of insights from these user interviews, and we saw that some of these competitors in the market were basically have four problems, and some of them were solving for why most retail investors don't invest in crypto investments. These are the four problems, and we found one competitor who was actually solving for lack of time and lack of trust, and that was their strategy. But these are some interesting insights. Maybe I'll come back to these if it's needed. All of these helped us to divide and discover the opportunities. I'll move on to the opportunity solution tree because that is where the main matters. So here are just some insights. Uh, Okay, so here are some, these are voice of users. We actually talked to these users, and these are the things that they mentioned. So, going deeper into these things, we understood that there are a lot of problems that these users are facing from acquisition to conversion. So, we basically divided the entire cohort based on the user acquisition channel because Pankaj mentioned again that there were two acquisition channels, referrals and organic, that were doing well. But then what about the rest? So most of these users we assume were coming through these channels, and we wanted to solve for these three channels and the 40%, the intermediate persona coming from these channels. So we dug down deeper to understand what are the problems that these users coming from these channels like ads, affiliates, and brand partnerships they're facing between sign up and investment. So these in the ones highlighted in yellow, you'll see that these are the different problems we discovered, and that helped us to later go and create an opportunity solution tree because we need to prioritize these opportunities. So our approach here was not to prioritize based on solution, but to prioritize opportunity based on impact. So we created the opportunity solution tree here. Sorry.
Sorry to cut you off. Last 1 minute, so if you can like start wrapping up.
Okay, so this is the opportunity solution tree. There are two strategies, strategy one and two. Different strategies have different opportunities in them. So I have prioritized these opportunities, and based on their prioritization later, we went ahead to create, we prioritized them based on different frameworks. This is strategy one, which is used by one of the competitors that I found out through user reviews. Then this is strategy two that we have proposed in this solution. And in these strategies, these are different, opportunities that you can identify. This is a prioritization of these different opportunities, and based on their prioritization, we have suggested a few solutions. So the ones in yellow, you see, are few solutions. Of those solutions, we have again prioritized solutions based on the right score. And then for these particular solutions, we actually created some wireframes as experiments to see how these experiments would fare and help us deliver on outcomes. So this is pretty much the mockups that we've created for the opportunities that I've mentioned in under strategy two. But if basically the solutions here are creating a good onboarding to convey the value proposition as well as what these products are, what value the user would get. Also to maybe like go with a short MVP of schedule a button where if a user doesn't get value proposition, they can schedule a call. The calendar one is like next step to the MVP. This works. You can maybe create more personalization there. Third one is just embed a video. Like you can take a video from a YouTube channel and put it here. That would act like an MVP to even explain the value proposition, gain user trust. It can actually deliver on a lot of other opportunities. So the best part about the solutions is that some solutions actually cover more than one opportunity, and they are very very easy to implement. Then I basically the solutions that you see here for opportunity three and four, which is lack of trust in the company and lack of trust, in the company, and then lack of trust in the product itself. So those can be delivered through these solutions that we have mentioned, and these solutions, that these cannot be. That's why we don't really have solutions, viable solutions. It is to create a high individual.
Time is up as well as the voice is breaking as well. So we'll stop.
North Star here, and
Not able to hear you, Priya. If you can hear us, you'll need to pause.
but if you love it,
Yeah, I was not able to hear you for the last part, but I think thanks for
Yeah.
I mean, I have your deck anyway. I'll go through it and ask questions from there. But I mean, to begin with, Shiksha, do you have any questions?
Really, Pankaj, I think the voice was breaking multiple times, and a lot of things were skipped, which we should have spoken about. So
Yeah.
I think we'll have to go through the deck.
Yeah. No, I think generally I got like a structure of things that Priya was kind of walking us through. Um, the the structure and the thought process generally seemed super nice. There are bits and pieces which I missed in between, so it might be like a good idea, Priya, for us to go back to it once and probably discuss it between ourselves before we take a certain decision. As of now, I think one thing I would want to understand better is the reasons for choosing the persona that you choose. You chose a typical persona where the user is tech savvy and is a seasoned crypto and equity markets investor. Why do you think that's a typical persona? And if uh, I mean, if what is like the total addressable market you think for that persona would be?
Yeah, so for the seasoned investor, we devise the persona in three category: novice, who don't have any idea as such of the crypto industry or investment industry as such, and then we have intermediate who have some fair idea, maybe not of crypto industry as such more, and then expert. So for expert persona, we thought of we came from this point that okay, an expert persona is already trading in the market, and he would be not the ideal persona to basically categorize for a coincide kind of a product where we are offering them a basket, since that expert persona is already knows the market well. He would more be inclined toward researching on the individual token more, and maybe it can be that maybe they can be uh, like come as a MVP too, where they would maybe customize their basket. Then it suits the product suits them. But for now, the coincide product as such don't suits the expert persona, and that's why we went for the like intermediate persona, who basically have some knowledge and don't have that much of the time to research on individual tokens.
Got it.
Hi, am I
I think
audible?
yes, Priya, you are.
Yeah, you have
Yeah, so I
something.
think I think that's choosing this persona for like the as a target audience is particularly interesting, and I think I would have loved to kind of also talk about this in more detail. But I think one of the problems which I would have also loved to kind of see relate to this persona, which it solves actually, is that investing in an index approach, investing for the long term in a asset class which is very early, both of them are like kind of unknown slash sort of very orthogonal ideas. So. Both of them might be solved if you are able to effectively target this persona, whatever the time might be. But I think that part I would have maybe probably loved to learn. Maybe it is somewhere in the deck. We skimmed through a lot of it, but yeah, probably we'll go back to have a look at it in more detail and share our insights.
Sure, sure, yes.
Also, Mega Shubhang is here. If you can add him to the stage, that'll be nice.
Yeah, sure. Awesome. Thank you folks for presenting the deck. It was really nice, but again, when we said apologies that you couldn't like get it included in the timeline, but really enjoyed it throughout. And these decks we can like definitely send to the Mudrex team. So of course we will see it. And yeah, thanks again. We'll move to our next participants.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll add Shubhang. Shubhang, if you can like raise your hand, we can like add it to the stage. Yeah. Um, Hello, Shubhang. So Shubhang is also from the Mudrex team, and he would be judging the panel as well. So yeah, we'll move to our next participants, and yeah, Sharing the spinner once again now. Sujitra and Ratnesh are our next participants. So if you can raise your hand, I can add you to the screen. Yeah, awesome. Hello Ratnesh, hello Sujitra. Switch on your
Hi.
mic. Yeah.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'll quickly share my screen.
Awesome.
Is my slide visible to everyone?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Uh, s- uh, First of all, good afternoon to everyone. I am Suchitra, and today I have teamed up with Ratnesh for this product Teardown. Our agenda will be first of all to understand the problem, and then we'll state our assumptions, and then we'll try to know our target segment based upon which we made our user persona. Then we quickly go through their user journey map to understand the gaps and opportunities, and from which we have derived our solution. We'll back it with our some metrics, and then we'll at last like to prioritize our solution. So the problem statement was to retain the acquired user for a long period of time and eventually get them to invest. Uh, uh, so based on the problem statement, we understood that we have to focus on the activation and retention part of the funnel, and by understanding the problem statement and hypothesis, we set clear goals to move ahead, which was to reduce the churn rate, to make sure the user completes KYC, to increase the engagement, and to encourage user to invest. We made assumptions that there is no budget constraint. We defined engagement, acquired user. We assumed that a user will prefer to withdraw reward instead of investing it. We also assumed KYC is a tedious process and user needs some kind of positive reinforcement to complete it. We also assumed coin sets are actively managed by experts. So, via our secondary research, we found that most of our users are millennials, followed by Gen X and Gen Zs. Across all classes, upper, middle, and lower income group, we found that all of them are interested in investing in crypto, but they have different motivation for investing. Most of them invest for a high return compared to traditional stock in both short and long terms, and other invest to diversify their portfolio and earn passive income. However, due to the recent collapse of Celsius Network and Terra Luna, we find that most of the users are globally cautious about which brand to invest. Based Because most of our user segment is majority of our user segment is millennials. I took two different user persona at a very opposite end of the age spectrum. Our first user persona is Mike, who is a 26-year-old marketing intern. He is very tech friendly and believes the crypto to be a future of currency. He likes to invest in crypto for passive income and short term gains. While Natasha is a 41 years old corporate lawyer, and she finds crypto too difficult to understand, but still she is investing in crypto to diversify her portfolio as well as long term investments. Uh, this is the user journey map of Mike. Mike initially, while onboarding, is very happy because he finds the sign up process to be easy. But while exploring the app, gets lost in the app and finally leaves the app without performing any KYC. And Natasha as well, she has similar experience. While onboarding, she was happy. She find the onboarding very easy, but while exploring the app, she got lost and leave the app without performing KYC. So based on the user journey of due to the interest of time, I'm not going deep detail in that, but based on the user journey of both the persona, we found the following gaps, and we dig deeper in each of the gaps and see if there are opportunities, and based on that we came up with our solution, keeping in mind the initial goal which we have it in set in our previous few slides. The solution will be explained by Ratnesh.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you guys see my screen?
Yeah, we can. Ratnesh, last 1 minute, so just
Okay,
start.
we have put in a virtual investment section. So usually when a user comes on the app, we show them a portfolio of having $0. So instead of $0, we can give $100 demo credit to get explode on the coin sets. They can invest on various coin sets, and they can get familiar with the coin sets. So this is the workflow when after if someone have invested like after a month or two, they can see their investment has grew by 25 or 30%. They would that will create a FOMO, like oh, if I have invested this amount, real amount, I could have gained a 25% of gain. So this is the virtual investment workflow for the because we have 90% of the users who are coming are very new to the crypto. So only a blog section won't help. We can just twist a little bit. We can add a section called earn via learn, and we could reward them with a particular section. We could add a various slides, like first one two or two section we could add about the basic crypto terminology. Then we could also reward them as to get familiar with how to invest in coin sets, and we can further subdivide it into two or three parts. Like $1 reward can be break down into three parts, and after the completing the quiz, they can claim the reward. And after claiming the reward, they must do KYC to withdraw the amount, or either they want to invest that amount. So our goal about KYC can be done like from here. And some visual optimization that already have been some people have already told that, yeah, 44% return doesn't appeal much on the homepage. So we can customize it. Either we can show one day returns, or we can show a longer returns, all time returns, or 3 years return for the longer returns. In the particular that page also, if we see the all-time return is 453% and 1 year return is 54%. So we are not changing any data, we are just visual optimizing the visuals. And for the trust and transparency part, since we are telling that it's a mutual fund style, so in mutual funds what happens, there is a riskometer and there is analyst profile. So this will adding analyst profile and riskometer can can will help in the both trust and transparency. Other like we can add some sort of good videos to like put what is like we have already explained what Mudrex is, what are we doing. So we can explain it in at a simpler video, like who are very new to the crypto or who are already in the crypto, both can understand it easily. So other UX enhancement could be like there is a confusion between the tabs. So we can change that. In the referral amount we are showing $20. So just because other competitors are showing just the bigger amount, whatever we are maximizing it, so we can also show that. Metric,
Sorry to
the
cut
also
off.
metric we are using is activation rate, churn rate, and like daily user and monthly user active. And we are prioritizing these solutions according to the impact and the effort. Yeah, thanks.
Okay. We'll move to the Q&A section. Shiksha and Pankaj, if you have any questions, you can ask them to the participants right now.
Shubhang, Shiksha, you want to start?
Um, yeah, I think I would have loved to see how you prioritize these solutions. I think there was a graph, but we could
Yeah,
not really understand. Yeah.
yeah, sure.
I think that's
So,
there in the slide. We'll probably, yeah. If you can spend a minute explaining that, that'll be nice.
okay, like because see, this graph is based on impact and effort. So I am from the technical background, so I know like we have already giving the users who have referred that amount to investing, right? So in the virtual investing part, what we can do, just create a other segment in the panel, and just same amount, the $100 will go into the testnet network, and that can be they can invest in our real coin sets. So like that could be a highly impact in terms of user will get engaged into the app. If suppose I have invested $100, I will come today to see like because we are showing it in the real time. I will come up today like see like how my money growing. It's 1% or minus 1%, whatever it is, but user will keep engaged in this virtual investing. Earn while learn is something like we are giving some sort of like for learning we are giving them like reward. So that reward will help users to get the KYC done in terms like either they withdraw that amount, either they invest that amount. In both the cases we will have the KYC, and optimization we can done in like very less effort. So yeah, so based on that, I made this impact versus effort graph.
Got it. I think initially you guys had one assumption that users would want to withdraw reward. Uh,
Yes,
so
yes.
how would you kind of link that with the solution of virtual investing?
Virtual investing is different. Earn while earn is different. Like if someone doesn't know about crypto, we are getting them learn, right? So while learning, we are rewarding them. Okay, and that reward can be either redeemed by the direct bank transfer, or that can be invested back to our Mudrex coin sets. Okay, so in both the cases, like we will have to do the KYC in any cases, because we won't want to get various people can create the account and get various dumpings, like various they can create different accounts, they can earn different. So obviously we will like do the KYC at the end. And virtual investing is something like who is at 36 or 40 years of age, who like fears to invest in crypto, and they just want to try it out, what is our product, how we are maximizing it the return. So they will first invest that $100 in particular coin sets, and they will see or like a month or days or 3 months, and they will see if their money is growing well. They can there will be an urge, if you someone sees 100 becomes 115 like 6 months, there will be an urge to invest the real money. So in this way we will be tackling our the KYC, and all the investment will be done in the virtual investment section.
Yep.
So, Chitra, you're trying to say something?
Yeah. So, Shiksha, your question was why we took that assumption and how it is connecting to the solution, right? So it was connected to directly to the second solution, which is earn while learn. There we have done that the reward which they collect while earning and learning, they could directly take out. They didn't need that will be not hold by the team to invest only, because when we in real life we give some of the users to that you are getting this referral, they instinctively try to withdraw that reward. We observed that, and based on that we made that assumption.
Awesome. I will wrap up this Q&A session right now and move forward to our last participants. Thank you so much, Sojitra and Ratnesh,
It was
to
a great
present.
learning experience. Thank you.
Thank you
Uh,
so much.
yeah, it was a great deck. And yeah, so we only have like one participant left now. So we'll add them to the stage as well. Yeah. So we have with us Shreya and yeah.
Hello everyone. Am I audible to all?
Is your partner any joining as well? Yeah.
Yeah. Annie, if you could just
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm here. I'm not sure.
Your video is not switched on, so if you can switch it on, it would be great.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
Hi Pankaj, hi Shiksha, hi Shubhang, hi Meha.
Hi.
Hi, Misra.
As you guys know the drill by now, you'll get 5 minutes to present your take and 2 minutes for the follow-up questions. I'll ping you at the 3 minutes mark. So and like you can like skip over any detail you think is already covered or anything you think is not that essential to present in your deck, and move to the important parts. All the best.
Oh, yeah. Just can you just let me know when the timer starts after I share my screen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a heads up. Okay. So while I share my screen, let me just introduce ourselves. So I am Shreya from Zensa Technologies. I'm software engineer, and um, okay. Where is my and Annie is the product manager at Code for Canada. And just let me know whenever you see my screen.
Yeah, we see it now.
Is my screen visible?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's just a lag from my side. Okay. Yeah. Let's start. Okay. So me and my team, Annie will be presenting this deck. So while creating the roadmap, we have concentrated on structured roadmap on the basis of four pillars, like who is using Mudrex and how they are using Mudrex, and the report card of Mudrex, and like some desk research, and for the solutions for the opportunities. Now, moving on to about Mudrex, the main thing that we understood about Mudrex vision is the risk optimized high yield, bringing the risk optimized high yield investments to everyone. And the problem statement that we have is how do we retain the acquired users for a longer period and eventually get them to invest. Coming on to the key trends, we know that 58% of the crypto holders are under the 34 years of age. About 38% of audience is between the age of 35 to 54, and the remaining 5% is 55, right? Then coming on to the user personas, so we have come up with three user personas. One is the crypto amateur, crypto savvy, and the proficient investor. The main frustrations that we have collectively, like common frustrations that we have noticed, is they have the lack of opportunity, like lack of information about the crypto and the coin sets, the fear about like the fluctuating market of coin sets, and the crypto as well, and yeah, the high risk market. Now coming up to the user journey, so we have three pinpoints that we think that are the crucial for user journey is the verified and bonus received, explore the app, and add funds and invest. So the when user completes the KYC and comes on to the gets the bonus, then he's relieved enough. And but when after getting the bonus, he's intrigued, like how do I use the app, what do I know, what are the next steps for me. And he is getting the spike of anxiety as to what are the coin sets, how do I invest, and will I have a fear of losing money. So these are the crucial points that we came up with. Annie, would continue.
Yep. So we use the SWOT analysis to guide us towards the strategies that are more likely to be effective to achieve the goal. So we use the opportunity solution tree framework to help us visualize and guide us to the desired outcome. So we have three opportunities identified: building an understanding of crypto, help manage investment portfolio, and build experiences for user growth. So under each opportunity, we have solutions described. For the first opportunity, that is
Sorry.
information architecture, and a mobile app that encourages learnability. And the and uh, so by encouraging learnability, we mean by demo videos, a chat bot, and also copy trading, creating a community and copy trading opportunity. And the next opportunity is to help manage investment portfolio. So under that, the solutions are ability to set investment goals, up to the minute update on the investments, and ability to compare your portfolio to a benchmark. And then the third opportunity being experiences for the user growth, providing cryptocurrency news, create a sense of FOMO on the latest on the coin sets investment which is doing better, a profitable coin set maybe, and bring which would bring the idle users back, or make them create active users again, like the power of notifications. Thank you. So we use the Eisenhower matrix for prior.
Cut you off in between. Just wanted to notify you, like last 1 minute is going on, so you can slowly wrap up the slide.
Okay, yeah, we'll wrap up in one line. Yeah, thank you.
Yes. So next is the prioritization. Yeah, we did use the
Yeah, we
Eisenhower.
can,
Next
yeah,
slide, please.
come back to this. Yeah.
So eventually those solutions should eventually track us back to the outcome, and the outcome, we could measure the outcome using these key performance indicators: conversion rate, net promoter score, I also understand that you already track the customer churn rate with a daily churn rate as well, or daily retention. I'm not sure. So aware of that. So yep, next
Okay,
slide, please.
so according to the opportunities we have analyzed, we have come up with some solution designs. I will quickly go about that. That, like, in the first opportunity, we mentioned that the information is already there in the application, but the right place is important. So we noticed that the help and support section is under the profile section, but it should be there in the prime location, that is the home page of the application, so that it's easily accessible and noticeable to the users. The help and support page, and there should be a demo video, so as to understand, so as the user understands like how and when, where I have to go to the app. They don't have to like think about it, where to go, how to do, and all the how to's should be here. This is the example, like the how to works. Okay, there can be a kind of walkthrough also depending on the UI design. Now we notice that there is a recommended reels that do not change over time. So we say that the recommended reels should be personalized according to the user preferences, and the time, like, that should be updated from time to time according to the user behavior on the application. The behavior of the user should be analyzed. Now there is a popular coin set section on the home page itself that should lead to the coin sets page itself, so that there is all the coin set information is on the right, on one page, so that the user is not confused like as to why, where and why to start. Now the notification thing should be kind of a FOMO, that should create a kind of FOMO. The content should be as such which can give a predictive analysis of the coin sets, that will bring back the user to the application, like, okay, I have to, there's something good going on the app, and this is the time I should invest. Now there should be a bot that can help you with the any kind of queries, then can take you to help and support. And then when you are on the page of you're looking at your portfolio, it should give the on time triggers, like, this is your opportunity, are you missing out, you're not happy with your growth, let me help you with the growth, and show the recommendations that are there that are there in the Mudrex blog repository already. So the analysis should be used, which will create this the kind of right information at the right time, so that give the user the chance to then and there action the things that are needed for the investment. Now, this was already explained in the opportunity solution tree, which was there on the third opportunity. Like, the portfolio should show us the returns against the benchmark index, and the up to minute information, which should, so that we know where we have to start, and the ability to set up the goals, that so that the user set up the goal wherever they want to reach. And the help section should be provided on the application, like, even for the coin sets particularly, there is no such video, short animated video which can show what is the coin set actually, should be there in a easy language that is easily understandable by the new users, and those who don't know about any crypto, and like, they should know what profit are we getting. Now, to summarize this, I would like to just add some one liners, that crypto is a growing interest among people, and they find easiest and efficient way to invest is through the crypto trading apps. But the major barrier for them is understanding of volatile nature of the crypto, and hence finding it risky, lack of sufficient knowledge for the crypto market. Educating new users on cryptocurrency basics is crucial to acquire new users and retain them. And thank you for listening.
Thank you, Shreya. Thank you, Annie. We'll now move to the Q&A section. So, Pankaj, Shubhang.
Yeah, I think it was like a very well-rounded kind of a presentation where I think you touched upon fair points about UX, etc. But just looking at the solution, some of them seemed to be disconnected from the problem statement that you began with. Maybe that was because of the kind of framework that you used for figuring out the opportunities. But I think overall, I like what I see. Um, let me just also see if I have any questions related to any of the sections. Can you walk me through the SWOT analysis? I
Yeah.
just saw that you did something, but maybe like
Yes.
just talk about those points.
Yeah. Annie, you would like to go about it?
Yes. You sharing the screen or do you want me to?
Oh, is my screen sharing stopped? Oh, okay. I'll reshare. Can you see now?
Yes. Yes. Thank you. So, so the SWOT analysis is a combination. I created this SWOT analysis by combination of user interviews and also on desk research and also researching app reviews and also on Discord. So a mixed thing. So strengths. Do you want me to go through each and everything, or do you want me to be
Yeah,
particular
just
about?
highlight the points that you think are important in all of these four categories.
Oh yes, oh yes. So the strength is that so when I interviewed user interviews, the strength was the easy KYC. The KYC was easy, and also the transparency of information, and the pricing model was really good. And other important thing was there was no exit fees. But those are the strengths. But the problem was there is no exit fee was not clearly mentioned inside the app. I had to exit to know that there was no exit fees. So that was missing. So that is a strength as well as an opportunity for
Okay.
us. And coming on the weakness, it is again crypto awareness and especially awareness with coin sets. Some of the users they had concern that they didn't know what a coin set was. They wanted to do traditional crypto trading and they were trying to look for individual like where can I go and find individual cryptos and invest in that. So they didn't understand the concept of coin sets. Even those who were aware of trading did not understand the concept of coin set in itself. So the suggestion would be a short 30-second, just like a TikTok video, Reels, Instagram Reels, something like that within the app, so that users are aware of coin sets in itself. That was one of the major weakness. And opportunity, I would say the same. And again, improved information architecture was one concern, because there are many information available within the app. But when I asked the user to navigate, the user was like, especially I was a new user, or Shreya was a new user, and our two other users, when we asked to navigate, they were fumbling around the app. Like they didn't know what was the next step. They didn't know, for example, there was a popular coin sets was there, but what next? So that was, they thought that was the only available coin set. They didn't know they should go here. Maybe a in-app guided tour, a bubble that says that, okay, here is the coin set, here's where you can invest. So that
Got
was
it.
one of the major opportunity we discovered. So maybe I'm getting too into the detail. And threats are like new markets. Many people are coming into the market, like many new apps are coming in. And also crypto, there is volatility about that. So
Got it. Cool. I think that's all I have. I found it fairly well rounded. Anybody, Shubhang, Shiksha, do you have any other questions?
Yeah, Pankaj. Annie, when you were mentioning the pricing model, we have a good pricing model. What exactly were you referring to when you say pricing model?
uh, so I think the that percentage that they are charged for each transaction, I think that was really low compared to other apps that are available in the market.
Okay,
So,
you
for example,
mean
so the main comparison was between Vazirex. So that was the users that I spoke with; they were aware of that, and
And
they were using that.
CoinDesk, yeah.
Yeah, CoinSets as well.
okay? As I thought you were referring to the platform fees which we charge, or we don't charge currently to the users.
Yep. So to be honest, I am new to this, and so these are all inputs from the users who actually use the app and who actually continue using it. So thanks to this teardown, many people are using Mudrex. So.
Nice. Thank you.
Awesome, folks. Thank you so much for presenting your deck. Loved it throughout. We'll now have a 10 minutes breakout session between the panelists so that they can like have a discussion on their own and judge better who they think are the top three winners for this teardown. So thank you, Annie and Shreya again. I'll,
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
uh, so folks, you can like switch off your videos, go offline and like discuss among yourselves, and like once you are like have a decision, you can come back on the stage.
Sure.
Awesome. Awesome. So, moving on, like we have some time in our hand by the time Mudrex team decides their decisions. What do you guys think? Like, who will like win this tear down? We can have some guesses and assumptions by then. Awesome. So there are like good guesses and going on in the chat, but they mainly revolve around two main teams. So we'll see. Yeah, of course they all are winners. Like I think like this time like it was like very overwhelming to see all the responses that we received for this tear down. There were like so many good decks that was submitted. I think like a major credit for this goes to Insurjo. How many of you are like currently enrolled in Insurjo? A lot of folks. Awesome. Great. I think like a lot of folks are like part of Insurge this time. I hope you all are having a great time learning. Any like specific thing that you really liked about Insurge so far that you would like to share in the chat that you can go do ahead. Any specific session or any specific activity that you really enjoyed? Gamification session. Very well said. Awesome. And like how many of you folks are like planning to participate in the next month's tear down? So I'll very shortly share the details of the next month's teardown. So yeah, we just to tune in till the end and We can announce it right now as well. So the company that we are having for next month's teardown is called Uniaco. So if you have heard of the company, then you might know that it's a leading growing cross-border platform that deals with like prop text student accommodation, and the details are up on the website as well, along with the timeline. So the problem statement would be announced tomorrow, and there would be a Slack AMA followed uh, on October 12th, and we'll have our deck day by the end of the month. So hope you folks participate in this one. There are more details here. You can like go through this. I can show it on the stage, and you can like see it. Uh, few folks are asking if the decks that are presented today, if you can access them or not. So whosoever like wins the tear downs, no matter this one or the ones that happened in the past, if you head to the tear down section on the Product Folks website, you can see the winning deck, top three decks attached there. So you will be able to access them. Otherwise, like if you want some very specific deck presented by some specific team, you can like always ask in the community. If they are like open to showing you the deck, they will. Awesome. Who apart from Insurger folks participate in the teardown? Teardowns are open to all. It's not limited to the people who are learning with Insurger. It's more of a good addition. If you are like learning from Insurger, then you can like implement your learnings during these teardowns. But yeah, it's not just limited to the people who are enrolled in Insurger. Any other questions? Any other feedbacks? Anything? So two people can participate together. It's okay to team up in the count of two, or you can also like solo participate in the tear down. That's also an option. Yeah, you can like access different case studies from the tear down from the website itself, as I mentioned. Any other Insurger activities that are aligned in the coming days that you are excited about? Does Insurger team ever sleep? So this, I think, is a secret that you will know in when you like graduate from Insurger. Uh, but again, like too top notch of a secret to even let out. Dunzo case study. The criteria of judging the top three is very dependent on the company and the panel that is judging this. If you want, like we once the Mudrex team come online again, we can like ask them to like brief it up a bit, and yeah, so that like very much differs from the company to company, which is judging it. The suspense is killing people. Good to know. Also, folks, if you have any specific questions related to Matrix in general about their product or like their company culture or like how they hire or anything, you can like drop them in the chat. If we got some time in extra time in the end, we can like pick them up. So someone is asking like what is generally the criteria of the selection of the decks for the deck day. So it like mainly revolves around like few pillar criterias and like the company and the TPF team together like helps shortlisting the deck. It mainly revolves around like the depth of research somebody has done. Like did the team research enough to like solve the problem enough research enough on the problem shared. More around like second thing would be like product thinking and problem solving. How do they like identify the right problem to solve? Does the team have clarity around the product thinking? How granular they got with the details? Another thing would be impact sizing, like how does the team have the understanding of the impact of the ideas they are presenting, and if they are presenting the impact, are they able to justify it? Then another thing would be like the viability of the idea, like is the ideas presented by them, it would be okay to be when they are executed, and can they be executed in a iterative manner or not? And lastly, like the energy and the enthusiasm presented by the participant in their decks. So yeah, these are majorly the criteria that like companies and TPF team keep in mind while shortlisting the decks. Hope that answers your question.
We've also discussed and we are kind of ready with our sort of take on who should be the winner.
Awesome. So you folks can announce the winners, and yeah, we can.
Cool. So I think you want us to announce three positions, right? Is that the right understanding?
Start if
First,
you
second, and
want.
third.
3, 2, 1.
Great.
That.
Great. I think overall, a lot of good effort, guys. Thanks a lot for the submissions and taking so much time out of your busy schedules to sort of understand, talk to some of the users, and sort of bring all of this, the insights that you shared. Super amazing to see the enthusiasm, and I think thanks for folks for sort of organizing this format of discussions. I think the first the first place would for sure go to Annie and team. Congrats, first of all. Am I audible?
Yeah.
I think all of you are on mute. Okay. So basically, the reasons I would mention are sort of a very well-rounded approach of the sort of discovery phase of the problem statement, research around users, the decision framework around sort of figuring out what should be picked first, and sort of how to take that ahead into sort of balance the right balance between short-term and long-term objectives of the org. So I think the points about I think some of a lot of points that we discussed during the presentation did not cover some of the things that they've actually mentioned in the deck. But if you like go through the details over there, like Annie was explaining about the approach on SWOT, there is like a very solid reason for the solutions that they're proposing. Solutions might on the surface not sound to be one of the maybe the best ones, but in the context of things which she herself and I mean with her partner covered, discovered actually by talking to users and doing secondary research. I think in that context, if you place the solutions, they are one of the sort of perfect ones, looking at their sort of vantage point, obviously without any insight within the current sort of operations of the org or anything sort of related to sort of the current sort of state of business. So I think overall, very well-rounded approach throughout, especially in the discovery sections. Anything you guys want to add, Shiksha or Shubhang? Cool.
I think the solutions are pretty good, Annie and team. So basically, I like the entire approach of even measuring it via KPIs. It's not just making solutions and implementing them. It's like after you made a solution, are you measuring the impact? What changes? What tweaks can you come up with? And that I think was one of the differentiating factors in the presentation.
So congrats, Annie and team. Cool. Shall we go
Moving
on?
to moving on to our second position.
Yeah. Second position is taken by Balaji and Pranay. Congrats, guys. So yeah, our reasons and sort of uh, uh, decision here was primarily about the depth of background work that you guys did. Um, that combined with, I mean, there were some candidates who in our assessment did slightly better over there, but overall it was like if you combine that with kind of the solutions or proposals that they talked about, I think it was very kind of clear to sort of first be able to kind of understand that journey, but at the same time also maybe some of the solutions sound like very viable in the current context and the context that they discovered through their kind of primary secondary research that they did. So I think great work, guys. A lot of your solutions in fact are things that we are already working on. So I think that also connects back to sort of being in the right direction towards like figuring out the right problem statements and talking to and interpreting like the conversations with your users correctly.
Awesome. Congrats, Balaji and Pranay. We'll move to the third position.
Third position, I'm sorry, it's like all of the time. Third position is with Saurav and team. Congrats, guys. I think the great part about Saurav's presentation was the way they structured things. Their depth of research was great, and the basically they would have had like a much better position in sort of the stack of things. But I think some of the solutions that they presented, so one of the solutions is not viable actually. But anyway, the rest of the solutions were also sort of come relative to the research that they did not connect too well with, at least in our interpretation did not connect too well with the kind of thesis that they started with, explaining those personas and sort of the problems that potentially those users would be facing. I think yeah, I think good job, Saurav and team. I think yeah, the great part about your presentation was the clarity through which you talked through it, which also speaks a lot about the way you kind of the depth with which you kind of understand concepts and sort of whatever you're presenting. So I think yeah, overall like a really good job, everyone.
Awesome. So, congratulations to all the winners. And like, I would say again that we were like really overwhelmed by the number of people who submitted the decks this time. So, like, congratulations to all of you. Like, took out time to present, like, submit their decks, went through the whole like product itself, and like spend time learning all together. We really appreciate and celebrate all of you, and thank you once again. Thank you to the whole Mudrex team too for joining in today and giving your time to like judge the whole uh, like event in general. So yeah, thank you everyone. Awesome. So I have shared the details for the next month's teardown. I'll like share it once again for the folks who might have missed it. So we have Uniaco in our next month's as our next month's company. We'll like have a problem statement by them tomorrow, shared with you folks tomorrow. So you can go through the problem statement, explore the product, and of course, like some like happy tear downing. So thank you, everyone. We'll close off this session, and I see you next month.
Okay, all the best. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye bye.
Thank you, guys.